Katy Perry just got burnt alive. Nothing to see here. Definitely not some sort of satanic ritual or anything.
There's nobody in that car. There's no one touching. That's a boo-boo. Are we serious?
Did y'all hear about the meteor that flew throughout the states of Pennsylvania and Ohio and ended up crashing in the lake in Ohio and making a huge impact in the sonic boom? But people are saying this is not a meteor.
Welcome back to the Wizard's Fish. If you're new here, thank you for joining, as well as everybody else returning, watching all the videos, liking, commenting, subscribing. I appreciate you guys all very much. I'm not going to waste any time. Viewer discretion is advised, and everything you see in here will be for entertainment purposes only. Let's get into it.
So we all just got woken up to some disturbing sound all through the whole area. I just called 911 and they said they've gotten like over 50 calls about it.
Redstone. These are some old Aztec sandstones, located 1 hour outside of Las Vegas. What are the ancestors saying? Or maybe what's built underneath these old dunes?
What Western people understand of aliens, of fallen angels, of ghosts, we call jinn. The jinn are a spiritual being made from energy, electricity, a smokeless fire, which is electricity.
I don't know.
They conceal themselves within different forms. Because they have power, but because they have no form, they're exposed to elements. They're exposed to everything that could put out their electricity.
They call them jinns. Remember? Shut up! Listen. Remember that video with a jinn in an abandoned building somewhere and the guy was recording it? And the video was just so weird that I knew something was up with it. That video got taken down everywhere. Why is that? Shut up! I think it's on YT, guys. It was a jinn video. This video was wild. And I saved it. But I can't show you because they took it down already. Stop playing with me, send this videos for the same purpose. Only I know who that guy's talking about. How will he know about something he's not? Shut up! It's not a game out here, guys. You see how you refer to the FAs and aliens as jinns? Interesting. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys. You know what it is. Shut up! But I'll tell you one thing. If I ever see a FA, jinn, whatever they are, aliens, in my hood, not happening, doggy.
So, Katy Perry just got burnt alive. Nothing to see here. Definitely not some sort of satanic ritual or anything. Completely normal behaviour. And who noticed this flying fireball through the sky in the US yesterday? Very strange. Can someone explain to me what is happening in the world right now? Is this Project Bluebeam? But you know, of course, the official explanation is that this is just a meteor. No, that is the narrative, that's what they want you to believe, but is it actually the truth? Because, you know, throughout history, people have described things falling from the sky, but not as rocks, sometimes as something else entirely, you know, maybe a fallen angel, just like celebrities are called stars. Most importantly, what do you think about Katy Perry burning herself alive? Very strange activity if you ask me. It wasn't too long ago that she went to space, remember? Now she's doing tricks like this. Very symbolic if you ask me, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. And obviously for the sensory reasons, this was all just for entertainment. Clearly this was just a staged act, and that thing in the sky was just an average meteor flying through the air. I'm as fictional as a dinosaur, baby.
This video calls into question a lot of what geology courses teach today. It was filmed in Brazil. It just broke on Twitter. These guys crack open this, what looks like a rock, although it has a bit of a grain pattern to it, almost like wood.
Yeah.
They crack it open. It's not obsidian. They already did an analysis on it. This is
Oh, wow. That's super cool.
the going theory for this crazy looking thing is petrified tree sap from the ancient giant trees that were all around the earth before they got cut down by the 200 angels that God sent down to cut down before the freaking giants could climb them before the flood. If that lore doesn't get you, I'll tell you about it. Now, this is the exact kind of specimen that the Smithsonian Institute would swoop in to verify its authenticity before conveniently losing it. And
Sounds about right.
went over your head. I'm telling you right now, many hundreds of geological findings, ancient giant bones, ancient giant skulls, ancient dragon bones, they say is a freaking T-Rex or whatever, and it's not. Smithsonian swoops in, I gotta check out if this is legit, man, don't worry about me. And then they lose the specimen. It's happened dozens and dozens of times. Look at the archives in the newspaper in New York City, all the freaking giant bones they dug up when they built that city.
He's not wrong.
Say, I'm crazy, that's crazy. Just know, the same people who tell you a chemical that melts the road when it spills is good for your teeth and they add it to the water to make sure your teeth are strong, are the same organized body that tell you that Devil's Tower, which is flat on top and has hexagonal structures,
That's massive.
is formed by magma and erosion. Look at this. And Devil's Tower is not the only one. This is somewhere in South America as well. Flat topped. Of course, because the wind blew it flatly. This is what you don't understand. It's right in front of your face. You just got to have eyes to see it, man. It's what is it? The eyes are useless if the mind is blind. Now, if they can lie to us about this, that, and the other, imagine what they may be fibbing about when it comes to the food, air, and water supply, which they say is so safe and healthy, we're the most advanced civilization ever. Yet we're drinking fluoride and eating GMOs.
Hey, check this out. I'm gonna walk y'all through this. This is the neighbor coming out, right? Peep this. Look at this. This is gonna blow y'all mind. Look, it's 7:33. She comes out the house. The NPC comes out the house with the bag. 7:33. Watch this matrix glitch. I'm telling you, this is a simulation. It's 7:33, y'all. Okay, walks somewhere, God knows where. Boom. Now this is the time. It's clocking the time, y'all. Look what time it is. Look at the time. Come back out the house. How many minutes is that? It's the same loop. The Truman Show.
Okay, this lady picks up NPC activity on her Ring camera from 7:33 to 7:35. You see this person, she walks out the door. How did she get back in the house?
That's what I was just wondering.
Again. But let's keep going.
It's the Truman Show. Did y'all just peep that glitch with that NPC?
Maybe there's multiples living in the same house?
Can't deny it. Boom, this gonna get crazier. Look, 4 minutes later, come back out the house with a dog. But I'm just trying to show y'all, this is exactly what they don't want people to see. They being exposed, bro.
From 7:35 to 7:40, 4 minutes later, she comes back out with a dog. Now, could there be a back door? Yes. Could there be a side door? Yes. But does it look super strange? Yes. Well, I believe that there's NPC activity going on. Absolutely. It's like catching your neighbors bringing in groceries. Do you ever see that? It's rarely seen. Or I'm sure you've seen businesses in your town or in your city that make no sense but stay open. Or have you ever noticed a grocery store or a grocery aisle has nobody in it until you arrive and then all of a sudden it's busy? These are all legitimate NPC activity, but what do you think about this Ring camera footage? You think that's NPC? Is that a little strange? She came out 3 times. 3 times in like 5 minutes. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's strange. 3 total times that this lady came out of the house without going in it. But let me know what you guys think. It's us.
That was badass. Nice.
Tecnologia! Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
Oh!
Impressive.
Oh my god, guys! My water disappeared. Where is it?
Dinner served, bitch!
Go, Ellie, go.
That one didn't go very high.
Nice.
The real reason Mexico is currently on fire is this. February 22nd at 4:47 in the morning in Jalisco, Mexico, there was one target and one objective, and that was a laptop. In that laptop was a file with more than 200 names, and they weren't just street dealers, but people with power, politicians, entertainment elites, finance, tech, the kinds of names that don't show up in news headlines. The kind that move countries without ever holding office. The file was allegedly cracked in hours, and then the race began. Agencies demanding jurisdiction, teams turned away at airports, attempts to classify the information, those attempts overruled, military intelligence brought in. It was never about what the media is saying. It was about networks, blackmail, trafficking routes, money laundering channels, and connections that reach far beyond Mexico. They say chaos followed because information is more dangerous than bullets. When people think that their names may surface, moves get made, distractions appear, and silence becomes very expensive. So pay attention, watch who cancels appearances, watch who leaves the country, watch who suddenly stops talking, because if half of this is true, this is only the beginning.
Okay, so this is my unvaccinated blood, which I've never done this before. I don't know if this is healthy blood or not, but this is my blood. Just a small drop on brand new microscope I got 10 minutes ago. All right, and then this is my roommate's blood, and they are triple vaccinated.
I am curious to see this.
I need to get a good, and this is the same magnification, same.
Why is it not moving?
Same, the time of the blood is the same when we took the sample. We can try to zoom in and out, but you see that there's no movement. Very little movement.
That's weird. I'm not really surprised, but it's weird.
Wow, it's a huge difference.
It's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's absolutely insane.
I'm not seeing any like and look at this. Look at this part here. Look at. Like that to me looks clotted. If I see a blood clot, I'm not a doctor, obviously. I'm just a fucking guy with a microscope, but that's Moderna blood. Now, I'm not. Here's another sample, but look at the difference. It's not moving. I see some white blood cells. There's the round white. They look enlarged almost.
Yeah, something.
But they're being surrounded by.
Something don't look right.
Right? I don't need this here. That stretch it out, and then this back too.
Yeah, right now. Wow.
He locked the door to keep it out, but then he realized he was trapped inside with his baby. Wade was home alone with his baby daughter while sleeping, but when he woke up, he noticed a creepy photo had been taken from his phone at 2:34 a.m.
When I woke up this morning, my phone said that my storage was full, so I went to my photos to delete some, and the very first one was a photo taken last night of me asleep in my bed. It was an overview photo, and the creepy part is I'm home alone with my 10-month-old daughter. My wife's been out of town in Colorado for a week.
Oh, wow.
Washington. There's no way that my 10-month-old could have taken the photo because she sleeps in a crib in one room over.
That's trippy.
She could have crawled out of her crib, came into my room, got my phone, and then found a way to stand like 5 feet above my bed and take the picture. It's not possible. And even if she did, there would be a notification on the app for her camera. So I'm super freaked out right now. I feel like there's someone in my house. I feel like there's someone watching me, and I don't know what to do.
I'd say so.
Screenshot it so you can see what time it was taken. It's at 2:34 in the morning. As you can see, there's no way that my daughter could have taken it.
The picture was taken from above the bed as if someone was standing on it. He searches the entire house but didn't find any intruders. Still terrified, he goes to stay at a friend's house for a while. But when he returns, things get even worse.
Sorry, I'm super freaked out, so I'm shaking, but we got home from my buddies earlier today, and I searched the house. It seemed fine. I searched my attic. I don't have a basement. We started to calm down. Everything started to seem normal, and I took a shower and got out and grabbed my towel. I realized that my towel was soaking wet, like someone had just used it. There's been no one here. Yeah, there's some people in the comments that are saying get a dog and get a gun. I have both of those things. My dog is old and deaf and pretty blind, but she's always slept in my daughter's room. She slept in my daughter's room the night that I got the picture taken of me, which is kind of why I feel like nothing happened to her, but I don't know for sure. Anyways, tonight, we're all gonna sleep in my room. I'm gonna have the dog in there, the baby, the gun, everything. I'm gonna keep my door locked. And yeah, I also called the police. They're really not helping me out.
I'm thinking that possibly like somebody's secretly living in his house in like some hidden area, or there's like a hidden tunnel or something that somebody's accessing somehow. I remember a couple years ago seeing, it was like some documentary or something. They made a movie about it too. I can't remember what it was called, but it was something about, there's like in USA, there's a percentage of people who don't know that other people are living in their houses while they're there unknowingly. Like, it's super spooky, super spooky.
Someone could be living out of sight in his house, but then he wakes up to something terrifying.
I just woke up to something scratching at my door. I originally thought it was my dog. My dog is right here.
They're just toying with him.
Dizzy, no. Shh. You okay? Come on, honey.
Wouldn't be happening in my house, I can tell you that much.
Hi.
Yeah.
What's up?
Your package, you have to sign for it. You have to come outside and sign the package.
What's the name under?
It's this residence. This is 62 Ashford, right?
Yeah?
Okay. Sign the package, please. You have to come out and sign it.
That's not my package.
Like, look, I don't know what you want me to do with it. What do you want?
This is odd.
Why is this odd?
That's not my package.
This is your...
Who are you?
Wait, who are you?
No, who are you and why are you on my property? That's not my package. Have you been going around door to door doing this to people?
I'm sharing you this video so you see how serious this is, okay? Now, this woman actually opened the door but left the glass door closed. I wouldn't even do that. If you have to speak to them and you don't have like a Ring camera or something, do it through the window. Don't let them see it. Don't raise the blinds. Do it through the blinds. And you can still get the point across that you're not opening the fucking door. Do not, and I repeat, do not ever open the door for someone simply because they say you need to sign for a package. If you're not expecting the package, if the package is not, they can't tell you your name, You leave that fucking door closed, you immediately call 911 and you get your ass arrested. You could tell by the tone of his voice he had been trying to do this a bunch and was unsuccessful. And they're not scared about their faces being seen. You want to know why? Because the minute they get someone to open that door, they're going to snatch your ass up and then you're gone forever and they ain't got to worry about you reporting them. So please share this with everyone out there. Let them see what's going on, because a lot of people believe this stuff doesn't really happen. It happens all the time. Sadly, it's the world.
Right in front of your face, too. Oh, what the hell is that?
So this man was close enough, he says, to the meteor that it did that. We're going to talk about what this means for prophecy, but first the video.
Look, y'all. Listen how close it was. Look at this. And that's the 20th floor. Look, y'all. Listen how close.
Now, if you were near this when it happens, drop down in the comments section how it was. We go to Luke chapter 21. Jesus says something very intriguing. He gives a list of things that would happen during birth pains. He talks about, and this is in Matthew 24 as well, wars or rumors of wars, pestilences. Some translations like I believe it's the Lamsa, makes mention the winters will be severe. He talks about signs in the heavens, signs in the sun, moon, and in the stars. Talks about earthquakes. Talks about, I think I said pestilences already. Men's hearts failing them, you know, because with fear, because of the things that's coming upon the world. We're literally seeing all of this. We're seeing wars. We're seeing rumors of wars. We're seeing signs in the heavens. We're seeing severe winters. We're seeing earthquakes, literally in places where they really don't happen. We saw a great pestilence in 2020, but yet you'll have people say, "Hey, this doesn't happen forever." To sit and try to disprove scripture. First of all, you're not trying to debunk me, you're trying to debunk Jesus. I'm just telling you what he said. But the key in tying it together is understanding what he meant when he said birth pains. Notice he said birth pains. He's not saying an earthquake over there. He's not saying a war just happening there. He's not just saying a pestilence. These things have happened forever. He's saying when you see all these things together, which causes travail, intense emotion, different things like that, that's how you know. That's what
And it's only going to get worse.
Not to mention in scripture, it talks about Iran will be a key piece in Bible prophecy at the time of the end. Ancient Jewish writings talk about that Iran will, the king of Iran will go after Arabia, which they have, and others before the Messiah comes, which of course we know is Yeshua. Many of you don't want to admit where we are on the timeline. You don't. But I'm telling you, the Lord is coming a lot sooner than people think. If you don't know him, get to know him. Romans 10:9. Hit the follow button for more to stay updated. Now, the deadline is quickly approaching. It's less than 2 weeks away. If you struggle in the areas of understanding manhood or womanhood from a biblical perspective, this class is for you. It's a 3-day seminar where we're teaching on manhood, learning things about manhood from God's perspective. Womanhood, learning how to grow as a biblically sound woman. Becoming as a child, how to grow up in God by growing down. We're also going to be teaching about parenthood, how to discipline without harshness, handling disrespect, setting boundaries, as well as friendships, why they change, all of this stuff. This is something that's going to help many of you. To join us, if you're watching from Instagram, you can inbox me the word join and a link will be sent to you to sign up for more information. Or you could click the Eventbrite link in my bio or in my story. If you're watching from TikTok or YouTube, you could click the Eventbrite link in my bio on there as well. Now remember, this class is pre-recorded. That means you can watch it at your convenience. The only thing that is live is the 30-minute Q&A, first come, first serve, the first day.
Pretty jamming, I guess.
23 contact lenses?
Hey, that's about all, that's about all. That's huge, no?
I've had one stuck before and it was pretty uncomfortable. I don't know how you could have that many.
Fight the bomb of life. Death to America, death to Trump. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar.
Oh, here we go.
Allah Akbar. Oh my God. You got sit down. Don't move. What you done?
surprise me. Yeah, those wrinkles definitely don't look natural.
Did you ever fry an egg on a cold stove? It's no trick at all if you have the right equipment. This is a cold hot plate. And because it's cold, you can make it out of wood, if you like. Just be sure that there's a coil of wire inside and that you connect that coil to a high voltage alternating current source. The rest is easy. As long as we're being different, we'll use motor oil instead of Crisco.
That's pretty cool.
The egg fries very quickly, but the stove remains perfectly cold. In fact, if you wish to keep it handy, you can fry your egg on the morning newspaper.
Weird.
With a gadget like this, you could get up in the morning, sit on the stove, read the morning newspaper, and fry the eggs in your lap.
Did you guys hear a recent study from UC Irvine indicates that 29 to 39% of American adults believe we are living in the end times? Now, I can tell you, some people believe we may have been in the end times, you know, during
one of them,
like 2012 or something, but it was never that much. And this was confirmed by people asking on Grok. Yes, 29 to 39% of Americans believe we are currently living in the end times, and nearly a third expect the world to end in their lifetime. Now, I don't know about that, but I'm also very early on in my awareness now of biblical prophecy being unfolding, etc. Now, looking around in the world today, I don't think many people would say, yes, the good guys are 100% in control. Things are going great. That's not really the case. However, look what would happen in the end times prophecy, according to Google's AI, which compiles everything put together. So there'd be a tribulation, a 7-year period of unprecedented chaos, disasters, and persecution. Is that around the corner? What's happening in the Strait of Hormuz in the Middle East right now? The Antichrist, a false leader who emerges to dominate world politics and religion, promising peace but bringing deception. That seems also to be on the cusp here, but don't ask me who he is. I don't know exactly yet. The rapture, this event, or the event where believers are taken up to be with Christ. The second coming, the physical return of Jesus Christ to earth to defeat the Antichrist at the Battle of Armageddon. And then the millennium, a 1,000-year period where Christ reigns on earth, during which Satan is bound. And then final judgment and new world. Following a final rebellion, Satan is cast into the lake of fire. A final judgment of all of humanity occurs, and a new heaven and earth are established, ending sorrow and death. I mean, didn't they used to live in the time of Adam, thousands of years, the time of Noah rather, thousands of years old you could live, because the air was better, everything was clean, pure, there was no sin. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think we're in the end time?
So maybe you've seen how the escapees from Alcatraz look suspiciously similar to the astronauts that landed on the moon. And I've had a lot of people send this to me asking me to do my thing. And well, I did, but not in the way people were hoping, because my facial recognition has been on point lately. And I noticed something right here with one Mike L. Collins. I couldn't help but notice how Mike L. looked like someone I'm very familiar with. That's Dave Matthews. You know, star musician Dave Matthews from the Dave Matthews Band, who just happens to have the song Spaceman, and whose newest album is called Walk Around the Moon. And while my favorite Dave Matthews song was always Satellite. Do you know what a satellite is? It can be like your satellite dishes, but they're also moons. The moon is the Earth's only natural satellite. Well, actually, it's just a light in the firmament, but that's a story for another time. Now back to the song Satellite. Interesting lyrics. Satellite strung from the moon and the world your balloon. Satellite headlines read, someone's secrets you've seen. I wonder what secrets he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about this whole thing and how they're all having a real good laugh at it. But to this point, I'm just showing you speculation, some truth in plain sight that could just be coincidences, like him having an album called Walk Around the Moon. So maybe we should get to something else. First, I just thought maybe I should show you a couple things, like his bulbous head and how his eyebrows and eyes and mouth, and even though he's got a beard now, it all lines up oh so well. Oh so well. You see the beautiful symmetry there in the exact same lips. And speaking of symmetry, I went ahead and I lined up their eyes and eyebrows perfectly. Perfect.
That's pretty spot on.
Notice this guy right there on both of their heads in the exact same alignment. Do you see that? Like a big gouge right there, and kind of like that exact same scar is right here. And they were in the exact same spot because I lined them up perfectly, perfect symmetry. But I went ahead and I did my due diligence, and I couldn't help but notice like the gouge out of his face. Do you see that right there? Little gouge there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. A gouge. Kind of like that one right there. And they even have like a little V shape. Do you see the V? The V. Sideways V, of course. Of course, all this for entertainment purposes. I'm sure the perfect alignment of their face, hair, even hairline, and him having a satellite song, and satellite means moon, and him having a literal song and album called Walk Around the Moon. Entertainment only, my friends. Oh, and if you want to see the originator of this video and not all the thieves that have stolen it, go check out my buddy Paul on the gram or Paulo on TikTok. Have a look.
Okay, hold on a second. Are you aware that there has been multiple sightings in the last few days of things like this in the sky across the United States and several other continents as well? Now, we know that Wernher von Braun warned about a certain project that rhymes with Schmlumli. He said there would be a asteroid threat hoax. Now, officially, the claims of a asteroid threat hoax come from Carol Rosen, who was one of his top girls, actually, who worked with him. And she claims that Braun told her this, but there's no officialness about it. I do find it interesting that this is happening the same year that the movie Disclosure Day is coming out, and there's all this talk about aliens. Now, this is about acclimatization, getting us used to seeing objects in the sky. And then when the real show happens, well, you can imagine. Now, I can tell you there's more deception coming around the corner than most people are going to be able to wrap their heads around.
If Antarctica is just ice, then why does every world map cut it off like someone's hiding what's really there? Think about it. The one place that supposedly circles our planet is also the one place you can't just freely explore. Coincidence? Or something colder? And
countries can't agree with each other, but they can all agree they don't want you going to Antarctica.
From Google Earth to the ones in classrooms, stretches and bends the world until Antarctica becomes this thin white strip, almost like a border. But in real life, it's huge, bigger than the United States and Europe combined. So why make it look so small? Why turn a massive continent into a little footnote? Here's where it gets strange. Go too far inland, and suddenly, restricted zones, no-fly areas, military outposts, and there's even a treaty signed by over 50 countries that says no one owns it. But somehow everyone controls it. Why would so many nations who argue about everything else suddenly agree to protect a land of nothing but ice?
100%.
On some maps, Antarctica isn't at the bottom at all. It wraps around the edges like a giant icy ring, almost like a wall holding everything in. Now imagine this. If Earth is a spinning ball, shouldn't Antarctica be a tiny cap at the bottom? But what if it isn't the bottom at all? What if it's the edge, not just a continent, but a boundary? I'm not saying what's beyond it. I'm just asking, why can't we see for ourselves? Why do all maps crop the one place no one's allowed to truly visit? Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's everything. But one thing's clear. Someone decided where the world ends, and the rest of us just believed it. So the next time you unfold a map, don't just look at the countries you recognize. Let your eyes drift to the blank spaces, the edges, the places drawn in white. History has always tucked its biggest questions into margins. Maybe Antarctica is one of those margins. Not a destination, but a pause. A place where the page fades before the story is finished. And whatever the truth is, it waits out there in the cold, untouched by lines of ink and names we've been taught to memorize.
This is like pretty groundbreaking stuff. We're gonna grow some plants inside of there, one of them without Wi-Fi signal, one of them with Wi-Fi signal.
I don't really know if it'll affect anything because, like, I grow plants in my, like, I have Wi-Fi in my house and I grow plants all the time and they grow fine.
Wow.
What are people's arguments against our results going to be?
The Wi-Fi on might have dried out all the water from the seedlings.
The FCC doesn't say anywhere that Wi-Fi and radiation is harmful to people.
What's the first thing that you're going to do? You get your cell phone in your hands, you just watch that video?
It's a lot of strange activities that's been going on in Ohio, but sometimes I get told to stand on my post and just watch. But it's a lot going on. I'm about to roll the clip, but according to these media outlets, and I don't believe a damn thing that they say the meteor came crashing down, aka exploded, in North Cleveland, Ohio. And it was traveling 44,000 miles an hour. Now, how the hell would you know something like that? And they say they weighed 17,000 pounds. So after it exploded, you guys were still able to weigh the meteor? You make it make sense. All they do is create false narratives and lies. You know what it is, don't you? Y'all know what it really is? Now I'm about to let you know. And please don't shoot the messenger. What if the entire time it wasn't meteorites that we've been seeing? What if it's been fallen angels?
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm saying. What if the angels are still falling from the heavens? Everything is spiritual. 90% of what we go through is spiritual. 10% is mental. There's zero physicality about this realm at all. We live in a firmament. Nothing solid can enter in and enter out. We can't leave. We don't even know what space even is because we can't leave the firmament. What if it's been fallen angels that we've been seeing? This is another camera that captured a meteor, but some people said they felt their house shake or a loud boom. Also, people were saying they are seeing 8 to 9 feet beings walking around. I don't know how true that is.
You've left the United States of America.
Yes, sir, I have.
Why?
I do not feel safe living in the United
Really?
States.
Do you want to come in and sit down?
No, sir, I'd rather not.
You'd rather just be here so you can make a fast exit if you have
As soon as you and I finish,
You're out
I'm
here.
leaving the country again. Why? Because in a very short time, not today, not tomorrow, but very soon, we'll be facing compulsory vaccination under the mistaken term of voluntary vaccination.
What is it about these vaccinations? You think that they're bad?
Well, first of all, let's start with the fact that the World Health Organization has decided that we have 90% too many people. The World Health Organization has been working since 1974 on vaccines to create permanent sterility.
Doctor, the response is going to be, you're crazy. How can you say this?
Bill Gates said it himself.
Induce a pandemic. You're going to get the flu. Everybody around us is going to get the flu. Then the United States government, based on their statements that they've already made, will say, oh my, we have a pandemic. What that means is a Holocaust, a genocidal Holocaust. Men and women will sicken and die, and those who survive will be infertile.
You see that one straight ahead?
She wasn't wrong.
Look at that.
Still in Manhattan now.
Yeah, right here with all the snakes, gargoyles. We'll get to that one. I was passing that on the FDR Drive. I don't think you guys understand. Does that make sense? You know, our grandparents weren't that imaginative, whatever that silly word is that I can't pronounce. Why would they believe in mythical characters? They ate bologna and drank whole milk. You think they believed in the boogeyman or mythical characters? I do. But our grandparents didn't. They weren't silly gooses. We are. Why would they believe in mythical characters? Come on, man. They were real men. They worked harder than us. Why would they believe in fictional, mythical characters? I do. But why would they do? They're tough guys. They built this country. Well, you don't know about mythical characters, guy? Yeah. You know about lies and BS, but you believe mythical characters. Damn right. Make that make sense. Sound off, GE Building. This makes sense to who? Sound off, comment guy. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Got St. Bart's, which I didn't even know this was right behind. Like, who does this make sense to? Tiki torches? Yeah, imagine that. Electricity. 2 years to build, but allegedly GE took it over in 1930. But after 2 years of broadcasting radio, they gave it up for GE to take it over? Does that make sense? Do I have the timeline wrong? Like, sound off, man. So they said Art Deco and mythical animals. Like, do you understand? These are the same people. Hard hammer swinging, Grandpa Bill, tattoo of whole milk on his forearm, bologna sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and meatloaf for dinner. Big tough guy went home and read books about unicorns. That's what you're telling me. The same guy who works harder than us, is stronger than us, swung hammers one time and went home and read books about unicorns because they love mythical animals that they put on the building. These Italian masons came from Italy with such an imagination, dark skin, respect, and a hammer and a chisel. Like, hey, Pasquale, go hammer away, but get the hell out of my neighborhood because we hate your kind. Is that the same timeline? You know, Grandpa Bill, gallons of whole milk, bologna sandwiches, but went home and read books about unicorns and other mythical animals. And don't get me wrong, I love me a good mythical animal like the next one. A griffin, a pterodactyl, a freaking platypus, whatever the hell it is. But don't get me started. Sorry, the bike guy almost ran me over. Don't get me started that they're tougher than us, stronger than us, but then would chisel a freaking unicorn or some mythical animal on the side of a building. Damn right. Make it make sense.
Whoa.
Oh. I just got that on record!
Poor horses.
Oh, that was bad.
So I keep getting the question, Sasha, why is there sock on your bat? Is it to clean up the blood? And the answer is no. So if you're, hitting someone with the bat, they're going to try to grab at the bat. And then they're going to try to pull it away from you, right? So you put a sock on the bat, so when they grab onto it, you can just yank the bat away, and then they're left with the sock and you still have the bat.
Smart girl.
So it gives you a second chance to, continue doing what you have to do so they don't use the bat against you. That's why you put a sock on your bat.
This is pretty wild. Let me know if you think this pastor's onto something.
Makes sense.
He doesn't.
Hey. Mhm.
Subscribe for more shocking revelations of the end times.
On your screens, you're looking at one of the most undeniable pieces of evidence that the substance may exist in real life. This happened during a recent reunion with the cast of the famous movie Grease. John Travolta appears in public, smiling, relaxed, and looking nothing like a man in his 70s. He is 72 years old.
Wow.
But his face looks closer to 32. Smooth skin, tight features, no signs of natural aging. Now look at everyone standing next to him. His former co-stars look exactly their age. Wrinkles, sagging skin. Time clearly left its mark on them. But Travolta looks untouched, preserved, almost reset, and
looks younger than I do.
Asking uncomfortable questions. This isn't makeup. This isn't lighting. And it's far beyond normal cosmetic procedures. The difference is too extreme, too clean, too precise. Many now believe this is proof that something else is happening in Hollywood. Something insiders call the substance a rumored treatment that doesn't slow aging but reverses it. If this is real, then what we're seeing isn't luck or genetics. It's access. And if some have it, others don't, which explains why the gap between celebrities keeps growing wider and more disturbing every year. And this is only part one. If you want the next part of what's really happening in Hollywood and what the substance might actually be, tell me in the comments. Subscribe or we'll never see each other again.
Something strange is definitely going on in the world, bro, because look at this, y'all. Look at Gaza right now, right? Now, how does it make sense that both Gaza and Texas are seeing the same kind of skies right now? And look at this. People in Texas also started posting videos of their sky turning orange as well, too.
There are lights in the sky?
There's no sandstorm, but bro, how is this possible? So word on the street is that this is not just a sandstorm because they're telling their people to pray to their God because it seems that this sandstorm comes with some side effects that are making people feel weird. And people are saying that this is strange, that this came out of nowhere, like they didn't get no type of warning that this sandstorm was coming, bro.
Brothers and sisters from Gaza, today I would like to share with you the weather case is really strange, my friends. SubhanAllah, the color is orange and the weather is a storm and dust entered our tent and the storm is sound that it will destroy our tents. So please, my friends, don't forget to sub your place and the link.
Look at
this is kind of scared me, like I'm not gonna lie.
See that flashing?
Does anybody else want to explain why the sky is this color when,
y'all see that flashing?
What's going on?
We got some Stranger Things activity happening up in the sky, y'all. How is this happening? The weather lately feels like it's from another parallel reality, because y'all can't tell me that's not some Total Recall type ish, bro. But for Texas and the Middle East to be experiencing this, bro, let me know down in the comments what's going on, man. The shift is here. We are well in it. Let's continue to get it. Peace out. Did y'all hear about the meteor that flew throughout the states of Pennsylvania and Ohio and ended up crashing in the lake in Ohio and making a huge impact and a sonic boom? But people are saying this is not a meteor or a meteorite. But for some reason, when it made an impact, it made a sonic boom. But I'm about to, y'all see anything? I don't see no damage or nothing like that.
Okay, so now meteors just falling in the damn lake? Loud.
So people are saying that the noise was extremely loud. It was like a sonic boom, but there's no damages that were done. Listen to this. Y'all heard that? Y'all, I think this is only the beginning of more of these things to come. Remember, God said that he would destroy the world by fire this time around. And it looks like it's coming through, man. I don't know what these are, but I don't think these are meteors or meteorite, bro. These are something else. You guys know everything has been changed to confuse us even further, bro. So, bro, but this right here, man, the shift is here. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it, man. Peace out.
He's like, it will never. Oh, that one was near and big.
That was giving train.
It was a little dramatic.
Near and big. Are we in the way? No. Something come through here? Something comes through. Something's got to come through. That was here.
That of a secret government, accountable to not a single elected official, including apparently the president himself. A shadowy government with its own air force, its own navy, its own fundraising mechanism, and the ability to pursue its own ideas of the national interest, free from all checks and balances, and free from the law itself. It is an elitist vision of government that trusts no one, not the people, not the Congress, and not the cabinet. It is a vision of a government operated by persons convinced they have a monopoly on truth.
Where were you on September 11th? I was home. The only reason I wasn't where I was.
That's a long explanation.
I made an appointment for me at the doctor. And I remember dressing to go to the doctor. I finally saying to my wife, I said, sweetheart, I've got so much to do downtown. I got to cancel this. I've got to go downtown. And she said, you're not going to cancel this appointment. You're going to the dermatologist.
There's nobody in that car. There's no one touching that. That's a boo-boo. Are we serious? Nobody's touching that. Nobody's in that car. What? Huh?
Yeah, I've heard stories about those Labubu things. Weird. I'm assuming it's something bad, and using witchcraft to try and get rid of evil or witchcraft probably isn't going to help much. And yes, Sage is witchcraft.
Orlando Brown says Satan's his father?
My father.
What about him?
My father. Our father. Don't you read your Bible?
I do, but I'm going to press you on that for a second. In a different interview, you said that Satan's your father. Why'd you say that?
Yes. And I said, that's my mother. And I said, Lucifer's my father. The gifts that I have been blessed with, bro, have gotten me out of a lot of things.
You're a very talented man.
The gifts, like
God-given gifts, you mean?
And you sell the soul, and then when you sell the soul, it looks bigger, but you're selling it to God or even Lucifer. And then who wanted to be God in the Bible?
You can't sell your soul, though.
There's no possible way to sell your soul.
You can't.
There is definitely a way to trade.
See, he
places
is
with a
right. You
person.
can give yourself over to the devil. Not that you can sell your soul, but you can pledge your allegiance and sell your allegiance to the devil like he has.
100%.
Which is a sad thing, you know? This is the time frame we're in. That's what we're in right now. Why would you give up this time frame for an eternal hell? Like, it makes no sense when Jesus paid with his life for you to have eternal glory with him. Think about that. I mean, it's just, people blow my mind for what they want on this earth in such a little bit of time. The Bible says your life is but a vapor, here today and gone tomorrow. Such a short time for a little bit of nothing. If you want to learn more about the Bible, subscribe or follow.
Eternity lasts forever.
What did you just say?
I said I think there should be a furry season.
Like for hunting?
Yeah, because they identify as an animal, so if they identify as a deer, you can legally shoot them because they legally want to be a deer.
Brilliant.
Run for president, please. You have my vote. You 100% have my.
You existed before you got in this body. Where were you? What were you doing? Where did you exist? Nobody ever wants to address that. What does it mean God foreknew you? Before you were in the womb, I knew you. And in Romans, we looked at this morning, it said God foreknew you and predestinated you. So you were known to God before you occupied the body you have now.
I found most people don't know who they are. They really don't. I know my name, I know my age, I know where I live. Yeah, that's not you, though. If you ask the average person who they are, they'll give you their name. They'll say, I'm Bob Proctor, but I'm not. Bob and Proctor are two words. My parents give them to me. They're called names, but it's not me. It's my name. Then somebody will say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body. Like, you never phone down here to the studio and say, body won't be in today, it's sick. Okay. You know, we don't say am hand or am leg. It's my hand, my leg, my body, my name. Who am I? See, I think we live simultaneously on three planes of understanding. We're spiritual creatures, we have an intellect, and we live in physical bodies. But because we lack awareness or understanding of who we are, we're totally locked into a physical world, and we let things outside of us control us. 95% of the population are reacting to life. They're not really living at all.
You're not your body, you are the soul. Just like the sun gives life to the earth, your soul gives life to your body. As above, so below. And you're still trapped in the womb. When the baby becomes aware that there's a life outside of its mother, it seeks a way out into the world. It's the same with your soul. When your mind becomes aware of a world beyond this world, you seek a way out. This is what you call a spiritual awakening. You will never die. Your soul is on a journey of expansion and creativity. Every ending is just a new beginning. The purpose of life is down to these two things. Creation, it's impossible for you not to create. And learning, it's impossible for you not to learn. Your soul will continue to expand and learn for eternity. Stop being afraid of death. You die every single night and wake back up. It's just a microcosm of the macrocosm pattern.
I'm weary of those red shoes. If you guys don't know about the red shoes, put it in the comments. I can dive a little deeper into the red shoes for you.
In 1910, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds and Morgans met secretly on Jekyll Island. Their plan? Build a system that would protect their banks from ever failing. Prior to this meeting, bankers kept lending money they didn't actually have, because every loan meant more interest and hence more profit. But during the 1907 financial crisis, people tried to withdraw their savings and realized the banks didn't have the cash. So this meeting at Jekyll Island was done to create a permanent safety net. The solution they engineered was the Federal Reserve, established in 1913 as America's central bank with a special power, creating money out of thin air. Banks could still collect interest by loaning out money they didn't possess. And if their lending became too reckless, the Federal Reserve would act as their backup. They would just print the money and bail them out. This created a system where they had no risks. Heads, they make billions on interest loans. Tails, taxpayers bail them out.
Do you know who Dagon is? The fish god? He's an ancient Canaanite deity believed to be Nimrod, king of Babylon. Do you see the similarities between the two? But I don't want to get into that in this video. What I really want to get into is the similarities between these two. The high priest of Dagon, disguised as the P-O-P-E. The priests of Dagon would wear hats that looked like fish on top of their heads, and the fish's body would go down their backs and cover them like a robe. The same as this guy and all his people. Earlier I said Dagon was Nimrod, and the reason people believed that was because when Nimrod got chopped to pieces, parts of his body were cast into the water, and it was believed that a fish ate a piece of Nimrod's body, and then that's how that came to being. One of the many deities of Nimrod. The funny thing is Yahuwah actually destroys Dagon. This effort. 1 Samuel in Hebrew, chapter 5. And when they arose early on the morrow morning, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the ground before the ark of Yahuwah, and the head of Dagon and both the palms of his hands were cut off upon the threshold. Only the stump of Dagon was left to him. Don't let these sun-worshipping pagan Nimrod followers deceive you. Your salvation depends on it.
You're trying to... There's quite a few bones in this. The water flows. It is gonna be great. So we can't trust this.
You can order sunlight like Uber Eats. Let's say it's 4 a.m. and you're in the middle of the road and you want your area to be lit up by the sun. You can order on your app. The satellites will angle mirrors and shine light directly where you're at.
You guys ever heard of that? That new?
Yo. What do y'all think, bro? Is this true?
China or US? It's a US company, I'm pretty sure. But it's gonna be worldwide.
Everything's right in front of our eyes. Read this. It says one. W-O-N. One. Keep reading. Now keep reading. Evil and war.
Nice catch.
War and evil. One.
Nice catch. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you stuck around to the end, thank you very much. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.